brief, I don't know, we just got distracted. Back to the new moon. Thank you for being. We're back in topic. We're trying to stay on topic. So this new moon, we're on a cycle. This is how the cycle works. If you're new here, I do astrology very different. Body hit differently. Hello. And I'm going to show you how I hit differently. So, and mind you, nobody else is doing this. Not even my teacher is teaching you this. It's like, this is my own thing. Thank you. I don't see this online. So if I see you doing my theory, I will be going up to you as a copyright issue. Thank you. Full moon start. This is our first house. This is where the moon began, because the luminary shine the planet. And whenever the luminary makes full moons or new moons, that's when the sun and the moon. Let me tell you what's cool thing about this. Let me tell you real quick. I have a best friend who's a Leo rising, and she's a Leo sun, and I'm a Cancer rising. And every time the new moon and the full moon are waxing and waning, whatever the fuck it is, she and I always do something interesting under the full moon. Or I'm always, and now listen to this, in my job, I work next to a Leo and I'm a Cancer, so it's like a full moon, and that's why we don't get along. Anyways, pretty interesting talk. I just want to let you know that. Back to this. Okay, so the full moon was in Cancer in the beginning of the month, January 6th. Now, since then, we are now currently, what the fuck is today? What's today, y'all? The 15th. We are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moons away. 5. So from the last luminary conjunction or opposition or play by play, because the only time you wake up is when the sun rises, and you go to sleep when the moon rises. So anyways, now that you're here, we had family situation right early on in the week. We've had work situations early on in the week. If you've been paying attention since Tuesday, all the way this entire week was giving you previews of when Saturn goes into Pisces. For instance, the job, a lot of things change in my job, a lot of things change in my life that were very personal, whatever, moon, I don't care. But now we're in this is a little bit more internal. Now Sunday, you should feel this energy of external shit, because Scorpio trines Cancer, and this is when Cancer becomes a petty bitch. So what does that mean? 4, 5. This is how you learn the houses. So if you notice, Sunday through last Sunday, right, through Saturday, you've already saw certain events in your life. So last Sunday there was, like I said, family events, work events, relationships are now becoming, you have to make a decision, Libra, because the reason being is, from Cancer, that's your 4th house. You have to make an action. This is the cardinal houses. So whenever there's transits happening in your first, oh shit, we're trying to show you this one, happening in your 1st house, 4th house, 10th house, 7th house, they're all helping you start, initiate, make decisions. Make decisions, Libra. Initiate things, Aries. Build things, Capricorn house. And I guess organize and gather. I guess that's what fucking Cancer does. Organize and gather. But anyways, yes, I hope that makes sense what I'm saying. So now that we are now 5 moons away. So from this week, Sunday, to the following week, Friday. So the end of the following week, we got 7 days. Then this entire week. You should see events coming from children, right? Your children should be having events Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, if you have a child, or if you're in school. This is a time for you to work on some projects, some shit. Some of you, oh wow, I know somebody going through some shit like this. Wow. Some of you have to do certain procedures or events to your body. Like I know a mother who's having procedures done around that time. Now I want you to pay attention to when Wednesday and Thursday comes around. Why? Because it's going to be a Sagittarius moon, and that's the 6th house away from the last full moon we've had, which is showing us karma. Why am I keep talking about karma? Well, when we enter Saturn in Pisces, Pisces is right, Saturn in Pisces. Let me actually go 1 month. That way you can see it, because you know how you people are visual people. So, okay, 1 month, we still not out there. Okay, there we go. Saturn is in Pisces, right? It's gonna always oppose your Virgo. Okay, every planet literally opposes every other house, honestly. So even if you don't have nothing in this sixth house, something is opposing it. So I don't care what you're talking about. Anyways, Saturn is gonna be in Pisces. This is a time where time is different. This is like jumping dimensions. This is called jumping timelines if you want to talk spirituality. But honestly, it's pending karma. Virgo is known as the work that you have to do to get rid of or fulfill or build this karma. What does that mean? You could create more karma while you're there pending, especially when you have sixth house transits. You can create karma. What does that mean? Let's say your back is against the wall and you're having a sixth house transit, whatever, and somebody, you got to fight your enemy. I don't know. Everybody got different enemies. Somebody at work gets you on your nerves, co-workers, somebody your fucking enemy. You know how you guys are. I'm just a Scorpio. I got to tell you the truth. You know you got fucking enemies. Anyways, when your back is against the wall, sometimes some people's that's when your morals are being compromised. When you have sixth house transit, doesn't matter what you got going on there. You got to compromise some of your morals or face them, whatever it is. Some people bend over backwards and take it, and some people fight all the way to the end. It depends on you, obviously. But when Saturn goes into Pisces, that's what I keep talking about this, because it's going to oppose pending karma. And it's going to oppose Virgo. Now, Virgo can handle this. Virgo like work. They like that shit. They're going to be just fine during this transit. Yes, by the way, I am not looking. This is a chart. I pulled up Saturn and Pisces. Why am I talking about Saturn and Pisces? We are literally 2 months away from that, y'all. That is the biggest move changer. Fuck Jupiter. Fuck Mercury's retrograde. Fuck Mars. Fuck all of these other little planets. Only thing that's really making moves that you're gonna fucking feel that, it's Saturn. You're gonna feel that. You always felt that. You just don't know that was Saturn. That's what I'm telling you to pay attention. So this is the new moon chart, right? So on the new moon chart, the reason why I'm telling you this, because during this last full moon in Cancer rules the people, women, your home. This is not just Cancer rising sun, moon, right? This is not just for Cancer placements, cardinal placements. I need you to always look at the bigger symbolism of this. Cancer rules women. Cancer rules the people on earth, the moon. So whenever there is transits happening with Cancer, like this full moon, like the new moon that where the fuck is that at? Like that new moon that we're about to have on the 21st with the Cancer rising and the moon in Aquarius. Mind you, by the way, every January 21st or the 20th, every 4 years, that is when the President of the United States is placed in office. Pay attention. You see, this is deeper than that. You think this shit is about Cancers and Cardinal. I don't even know how to spell that shit. Inauguration day? I don't know. Some shit. There we go. That shit, guess when that shit happens? Consecutively, every year, don't matter, January 20th. So, just because we're not electing a president this one January 20th, that doesn't mean that this moon is not important. This is a very important moon. You are going to feel this, especially with Saturn and the moon. You're going to see that, feel that. These are the changes happening internally. It depends on what Cancer is doing in your own natal chart. You know, so that is why we was talking about that. So going back, we was talking about the new moon. I want you to pay attention to Wednesdays and Thursdays in order for you to see pending karma. Everybody has their own pending karma. Why they wait so long to eat? I'll tell you why. I can tell you why they do that. That's another thing. On that day, January 20th, the sun, right? When the reason that they choose that one. So let me tell you what's crazy, because I was doing a research, which I also have on my YouTube, about the inauguration days. I've been doing this since like Eisenhower, right? They chose that. They used to do it in March, but but I feel like March will cause them a lot of problems, and they noticed that a lot of people die during March season when they do that shit. So what they did was they switched it to when January 20th, because that's when the sun more than likely will be at 0 degrees Aquarius, which is for the future, the leader of the free world. Get it? Sun is leader, Aquarius is the free people. Remember, we are the free world in the, you get it, you get the fucking thing. So that is why they choose that date. So when we have a new moon on that day, that's important. So, and mind you, they like to do their own little rituals and shit. They know what I'm telling you. I don't know if they know what the fuck they doing, or they got a very good astrologer, but I'm just letting you know. Yeah, so I just want you to know that about that, and that was intense. No offense. It sounded intense. I'm not. It's just my Aquarius. I mean, my Mercury and Scorpio. Anyways, hope that makes sense on that one. Let's go back to the new moon that I had over here. No, let's do the relationships. Let's run them down. What the fuck is this? Okay, sorry. We're gonna do February. Let's go back to February. Cause you know they like that shit. The TikTokers like that shit. I can't wait till you guys find out it's a zombie apocalypse. Who the fuck is this? January 28th? No, let's do another week. Cause the sun is not even in Aquarius. Okay, let's do another week, another one. Okay, this one's better. January? No, that's not even fucking. Okay, February 7th. I'm using the chart of February 7th just for purposes of what I'm doing right now. Because, you know, people, they're anal about that. They want to know. Hang on. Let me go back to see. What am I supposed to be looking at? Hang on. I'm just going to check something. Boom. You go to Empress table. We go to February. We go down here. Bet. Saturn is in Aquarius the entire month. And it's going to go from 25 degrees. Damn, it moves fast. All the way to 29 degrees. Okay, the sun obviously switches in the middle of the month. People don't be knowing that. That's why I be like, you don't know your fucking birthday. Anyways, no offense. So look, the sun starts off at 11 degrees and it goes all the way to the middle of the month, the 19th. All right, so let's see what we got going on. Let's go over here. We got Venus switches in the middle of the month. Again, the 19, 20. So I'm going to read this from now till the 19th of the 20th. Let's get started. Where the fuck is it at? There we go. Where are we at? Okay, here we go. I already talked about courts in the first recording. Thank you. I'm looking at Instagram live things. I talked about it. I already said that to you guys. That's what this means. Jupiter in the 10th house. The Jupiter is the ruler of the 9th house. The law is in the 10th house. People going to court and they have karmic events with their children, leaders, bosses. Some people are having with the Leo people and the Sagittarius and the Pisces people in your life, okay? So pay attention to them motherfuckers. Okay, back to this shit. Where we at? Where we at? This is the one. Okay. Since I already got Taurus, we're going to start off with Taurus. For February, Mars will finally get out of your retrograde. Hang on. We're actually going to stop. This thing where, because it's for TikTokers, you know, they like to talk about love, even though we're in the middle of a zombie apocalypse, but that's cool. But, so this is the new moon chart. It's going to happen January 21st, 2023. This is getting recorded on YouTube. Thank you. And we're also live on Instagram. So thank God, because I need people to talk to. Thank you. So, hello. Anyways, so what do we have going on? The new moon is happening at 1 degrees Aquarius. It is in the East Coast, because I put New York. So, obviously, it's going to be the new... in the love and... No, listen. This is how you attract the TikTokers. Don't worry. This is how you get people in. They think love. Oh, yes. I want to hear this. Okay, couple things that is popping up. So this is the new moon. I hate when there's a new moon in rising in Cancer. Deadass. This affects a lot of people or mothers. There's a lot of things happening to mother figures grandma, you know, like, look, Moon is next to Pluto, real close in the seventh house. So that's pretty intense for some people. That makes sense though, because again, Pluto is coming out at 28 degrees, and trust me, all cardinal people, Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, and Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, Libra, we're definitely feeling that shit. I don't know about y'all, but I'm definitely feeling that shit. And it's coming in all areas. Like, all of my, because I'm a Cancer, all of my relationships tend to have a Plutonian thing. Meaning there's like a crisis, or it's pretty fucking intense. Trust me. If you guys are wondering what Pluto feels like, and we're about to be at the end of this, just, it's pretty intense, y'all. So anyways, the Moon and Pluto together, that means controlling women, women going through transformation, houses going through transformation. Yeah, some of us, I gotta move too. Apparently some of us gotta move as well. Then mind you, look how cool this is. Lilith is now in a fire sign. She does better in Leo. She does better in fire. So some of the things is, like, for instance, like, this is Libras, Tauruses, Aquarius, Saturn, Leo. They're all in a transformation house. In the house of surgeries, in the house of debt, in the house of research. Where the fuck is Mercury? All Virgos and Geminis, they're in the sixth house. They're either going through health changes, or some of them are going through work routine changes. You know, some of them is on that. That's for the upcoming. By the way, this is 21st of January. Then we're going to talk about when it goes into February season. We're going to run down through the signs. But I'm just telling you things that are popping up. We have, let's see what aspects comes up real quick. Hang on, I'm just going to go down here and check out the aspects. Okay. This is the new moon. This is after the new moon. So we'll talk about how new moons and full moons happen. I'm just checking this out. Let's see. Any cool aspects. So the new moon always has that. We got the sun, right? Trining Mars, sextiling Jupiter, conjoining Pluto. That makes sense. We got the same thing going on for the moon. So the sun and the moon on the new moon, they're gonna have the similar aspects. So let me see what the fuck that's about. Let's find out. Sextile Jupiter, that is karmic. So let's start off with sextiles. I know they look easy. Oh my god, sextiles are easy. I don't know what she's talking about. Yeah, okay. Let me see what the fuck I got going on over here. Okay. So, Sun, Jupiter, right? Let's go back up. So that way we know. Oh, fuck. Okay, so Jupiter is in the 10th house with bosses, okay? But Jupiter is karmic in the sense, because Jupiter rules the 6th house of enemies. So, I don't know. This means for a lot of people are having new people at work. Let me tell you something. There's an enemy in my job that I really don't like. He's a Leo. And I was this close on stealing his charger, but then somebody stole my charger, so I didn't steal his charger. So I just want you to know, yes, I fully feel that in my job, I do have enemies. There is a lot of people having to deal with a karmic situation currently, because that is Jupiter in this case, by the way. I don't know what to tell you. Jupiter is the 6th house of health. There's some people that gotta take care of their health. Some people gotta take care of this loan, this court case, whatever the fuck that is. So let me just back up a little bit. That way people could see the date and then stop asking that question. That's Mabel's. That's her chart. Okay. Anyways, so things that are just popping up for the new moon that I just want you to know. It's landing in the 8th house. The 8th house is research, transformations. The 8th house is ruled by Saturn. Sun is joining Saturn in Aquarius season. That's great. That means that the government system is either being controlled or being bamboozled by a leader, by Sun. Not bamboozled, but Let's change that. I want to say so basically they're both equally as powerful. So whenever the Saturn and the Sun is together, this is the corporation. So this is the entire government. While this is like one powerful leader, and they're working together because they're in the same sign, right? The only thing that's different is what Uranus got going on. So Uranus and the North Node, they do represent Aquarius energy, and it's obviously in the 11th house. So honestly, this is, like I said, there should be a law coming in. They already been talking about this money, about IRS and removing the income tax. So I hope you see that going on. But in a personal life, this could be, some of us have a goal that you've been working on that's futuristic. Some of us have a tangible goal, which is Uranus. Some of us do not. Some of us have this like fool's gold, kind of like, if you started out with like a quick, fast scam thing, whatever it was, since like last year, 2021, let's say you got this idea, something that just, you know, those things that start off and they only last for like 3 months. That's what the North Node is. The North Node is like a something that gets you high for like 3 months. You know what I mean? So when that happens, just be aware of it. So what's up with it? Do they bring challenges as well? The sex house is karmic. It is karmic. So back to that, the Sun and the Moon sextile Jupiter. What does that mean? That's karmic. It's going to happen no matter what. It can't be stopped. It won't, like, it has to be done. That's basically what it's saying. So since you got the Sun and the Moon sextiling Jupiter, and Jupiter is at 4 degrees, this means that there's a leader working on, I'm gonna tell you right now, there is a leader trying to work on our expansions. There's some type of elder going through some karmic situation in your life, or your child may be having a defining moment in their life because the Sun rules children. So what else is the other thing? Being in groups or committees, some type of, you have to go get, like, some of you have to go speak to the teacher of your child. Some of you have to go speak to the teacher of your child. Some of you are seeing their baby father for the first time in the year. I don't know. Some of you are planning for a long distance travel. Like, for instance, me and my friends are already planning how we're gonna pay for our trips already. Okay, it's karmic. It's gonna happen no matter what. There's a leader that will have some type of law or some type of new routine for the people. Why? Because Jupiter rules the 6th house and the 9th house of the law. So I hope that makes sense for everybody. Okay, sorry, we're reading the comments for people that are same girl. I feel like at my job they be trying to belittle me. Yeah, I'm tired of that shit. Honestly, just make money, go home. That's what I do. Listen, I talk to them white people very disrespectfully. Sorry, and it's just, they're white, so I just gotta let you know that. Let's see, at work I make sure I have a life and other income outside of work that they don't get caught up. Okay. Let's see what else. So pay these bills or not. No, here's what I'm getting. I think that something with the credit system is done. So there's, honestly, some of us are paying credit cards, and we're about to find out that credit cards are fucking done. And that's what I'm getting. The Sun is the ruler of money in this chart. For the East Coast, mind you, again, I just need you to remind you, the Washington, D.C., which is where your president is in the East Coast. So it's very good to always look at the East Coast, okay? The money, New York, Wall Street, it wakes up before every other state. So you might as well look at the New York, honestly. Even if you live in Indiana and in California, money begins at 6 a.m. while you guys are sleeping. You wake up at 8. We already 4 bags in New York. No disrespect, but I gotta tell you the truth. America's taking people's retirement fund. That's the Social Security, is the 8th house, right? The loans and stuff like that. Like I said, there's loans that getting approved is gonna get successfully approved. They're working. Leo rules the finances, is in there. Now with Lilith involved, they trying to have their way. Now, let me show you. In America, it on Instagram, and it's going to be uploaded on YouTube, and it's already on its way. Okay. There is a new moon that's happening in Aquarius, and it's very important because Pluto will be going into Aquarius for 20 years. So this is a part where you get to manifesting what you desire. Mind you, see, we do have a sun at 1 degree, moon at 1 degree, but it's all going to be opposing that 1 degree's Lilith. Actually, let's add on Lilith because she's a party player. She is a party player. Player. Okay, hang on. What else we're going to do? And let's just do Chiron. I guess we can do the lunar nodes. Okay, here we go. So the new moon and sun, the new moon happens when the sun and the moon connect together. Those are both the luminaries. This is dad. This is mom. They're both opposing Lilith. It's at 1 degree. It's a pioneer degree. It's an Aries degree. Which brings me back to our Jupiter in Aries, who's at 4 degree, the creator degree. Right? Which is interesting because Aquarius placements been having bunch of transits and eclipses happening 4 signs away from them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all Aquarius sun, moon, and risings have been creating, have been changing their foundations, their self-development, because we are creating a new world, a new humanity. How does that play out for all of us? Well, because you get to have your desires now. This is the first time in a while. People don't really understand this. The power is going back to the people. So that is the first thing you have to embrace. What is it that you truly want? That's why we don't have Libra in the rising, because if we did, we will never leave this shit. But that's why we have Cancer. What does the people truly want? And mind you, it's going into the 8th house. Remember, Pluto is an intense, psychological, observant planet, right? And being that, like I said, Pluto, being like I said, that Pluto is a planet of, psychological intensity, other people, magnetism, power, struggles, and control. Pluto's going into the sign of Aquarius. It's not a surprise that we have an entire stellium in Aquarius in the 8th house during this new moon. Another thing that are happening is, let's just check this out. We're going to check our aspects. We're going to go to list of aspects. We're going to do sun, moon conjoin. We're going to do sun trine Mars, right? Hang on one second. Let's see what else. We got the sun and the luminaries both trining Mars, right? And then it's sextiling Jupiter. And it's moon conjoined the Pluto at the same time. So there's an ending that we're all feeling. All of us are on the edge. So I don't know if you've been feeling that, especially if you are a cardinal. You should be feeling the edge happening. And then the sextiles are karmic. Not a bad karmic. It's like it's supposed to happen. So that is a good thing. Let me see. While the moon is sextiling Jupiter, you would be more cheerful, more optimistic. You will be feeling like some type of good fortune can come our way this time around. Thank God. So let's find out where that's coming from. So the good fortune could come from work, somebody of a higher authority. Right? Some of you have to go face the music somewhere, whether it's court system. We already did that. We talked about it. As you notice, a lot of people have been going to court. Flow rider, for an example. So this is when the moon and the sun are sextiling, right? They're sextiling Jupiter. It is a great time to socialize. There is a time to be influenced by others. So if you're trying to create a new friendship, like for instance, I made a new friend recently, which is kind of interesting. So, or friends are, trying to connect again with friends in a professional level. This could mean like this is good for marketing or advertising. So a lot of people, they're going to be really taking it serious. Their advertising. They're really going to take their business serious, which is funny because I actually feel that same way. And that makes sense to me. Matter of fact, hang on a second. We're gonna pause there because I just thought about something that I wanted to get done. Hang on. Thank you. Okay. So this new moon is really good for the researching. Obviously, the eighth house is here. The second house is coming in here with the money. Coming up, where can I get money through the internet? Again, that's a theme that's been happening, and that is something that I'm going to keep repeating because Pluto is in Aquarius. And as long as you and I keep living in America and following their rules, money is going to be a thing, okay? Unless we start doing the bartering system, money will be a theme. I've mentioned this in the other lives that we talked about. The sun is in the 8th house. The ruler of the 2nd house goes in there. That is why the government's money is very tight. Venus is the planet of money, is being judged by Saturn. Venus is also the planet that represents mother figures. Well, some mother figures are having first time transformations, if that makes sense. We got Mercury in the 6th house. These are for workers. Mercury is the ruler of the 12th, right? And these friends, so there's friends in your life, right, that may be having some karmic shit happening to their life. There might be some projects that you work with friends. There is a complete change in the friends group. I don't know if that's already been happening. I don't know if you've been already seeing that. A friend can get you a job. Maybe you got a job for a friend, right? I've been short. Some of my distractions definitely has been TV. I'll tell you that. So I hope that you could kind of see what I'm talking about here. So what else is going on? Then there's things happening behind the scenes that we can't really talk about. Well, that seems to be a problem. Some habits that could be a problem, right? For some people, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about in your personal lives. So yeah. That might be a theme going on this time around. So what else is happening? We had the aspects. Oh, it's trining Mars. Thank God. So the new moon is also trining Mars. That's really good for entrepreneurship. So let's see what that is. So when the sun trines Mars, is getting back on routine. I don't know if you've been having aches with your body, or some of you been having some body changes. That's me. I'm a Cancer rising. This moon is intense. It's going in our 8th house. We're going to talk about that. Now, let's run down the signs. Why the fuck am I doing that shit? We're going to run down some of these signs and see what some of the signs are supposed to be doing, right? So let's do whole signs, and we're going to just see some of the things that's supposed to be happening. Okay, so if you're a Cancer, sun, moon, and rising, this new moon is happening in our 8th house with this 1 degree. So this is, again, some of you may have some new changes coming up in routine. Some new bills are coming up. I don't know about you. I sure fucking see them coming. Some new bills are happening. Something may be adding onto your routine. Some of you are seeing your mother figures more than they have to. I don't know about you. Or your family, you seeing them more than they have to. The sun is next to Venus and moon, and these are the things we desire and want. So that's the focus. They're around you. That becomes a fucking theme. So just pay attention to that, Cancer. The 8th house could be finances or surgeries, transformations. It has the ruler of your 4th house going into the 8th. It has the money house. So changes at home or with the family going on, that maybe a woman in your family needs more of your attention. Maybe your finances are about to go into a new bill. I don't know. Shout out to you, Cancers. We're going through it, baby. Hopefully you make it out alive. Next, I'm going backwards because sometimes I go forward. Okay, Gemini. Oh, wait, we forgot. This is the whole point. Sorry, this is the whole point of Cancer. Sorry. Okay. This is a new moon that's happening. It's a preview for your Pluto in Aquarius between March 23rd to June 11th. So March 23rd, June 11th, write that bitch down. If you are a Cancer, rising, sun, moon, whatever, Pluto's gonna make us shamans, the psychologists, the loan sharks. We're becoming the new, we're becoming the new Geminis of the century. So we're the jack of all trades, I guess. We have means, you know, we're going to have to, basically, depending on your vibration, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Pluto in the 8th house can make you very powerful or very toxic. So, yay! Fun! So, one person to look at is Kanye West. See how he handles life. So, anyways, Pluto going into the 8th house will make us very powerful people, more than we are. I don't know if you ever seen me do magic on live. That's pretty fun. So, hopefully, my magical skills get a little bit more better by the end of this. So, anyways, let's keep going. Okay, so this is a great time for us. Yes, let's see. More money. That's a theme, Cancer. Now, let's go to you, Gemini. So the new moon is happening in our 9th house of status, legal system, going to trips, taking classes, questioning God. Like this morning, I'm a moon in Gemini. I've always questioned God. I don't know how long I got to keep going through this journey, God, but we're going to have to get off this ride. You know, the ruler of your 3rd house comes in here. Having conversations with God might be important for you, Gemini, because I sure am. I need to know what he got going on. So your self-confidence or money could be going into something very prioritizing into your finances, or you are putting money up for something 9th housing, legal, for housing, whatever. I don't know. Figure it out. Did you see the recent video of Krishan and Blueface? Jeez, I don't know what to start. Yeah, toxic mode. Yes, you know, makes us very, you know, sad. What is it? Gemini, somebody in the comments, sorry, just reading the comments, by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for listening. Somebody said in the comments a surgery for Cancer Sun. They're doing surgeries. Somebody else said their Cancer Sun daughter is going to school. Okay. So I just wanted to bring that up, you know. Okay, I'm going backwards. Yes, so Gemini. This new moon is actually very good for you because eventually you will be the teacher. So Cancers become very powerful and they can have their own business and magnetic, depending on them. While you, Gemini, you're going to be the teacher, the wise one, which is interesting because you're not known as that. So the role for the next 10 years are going to be intense for us. So you're going to be a teacher, a guide. People are going to look for your ideas or your concept. You're going to be the new Taurus. So you're going to sound smarter than usual, Gemini. That's good. So a lot of times I've seen Pluto in the 9th house, you have powerful positions, right? While Cancers, you own things here. While here you have powerful positions. Like for instance, all Tauruses had this for the last 20 years. A lot of Tauruses had high positions on Earth. So no pressure, you know, so good luck. Anyways, up next, we're going backwards. Let's go to Taurus. Only thing I gotta tell you, who is this? I guess pay attention to your money. Some money moves that you gotta do this month, Gemini. So count that. Make sure your money look good. Man, shit, I had to stop Uber eating. I was Uber eating in my job. I thought I had money. I was like, excuse me. Okay. Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Sun, Moon, or Rising. This is happening in your 10th house of career. Okay, the new moon is bringing in your emotions into this, right? So new start, the start of something new, either at work or at your crib. And you are traveling. Yeah. Sorry, I just had to sing that out because it was already there. Okay. So in the age of Aquarius, it's not the age of Aquarius. Well, Pluto going into Aquarius, Taurus says, you are going to be the new Aries. So publicly, we're going to see you totally different. We're used to you being secure and safe, but now your public image is completely changing. Hopefully you're in charge of it. Pluto is going to be entering there. So I recommend you taking full control of this, because if not, the narrative will be changing all the fucking time. Aries had this, and who's a fucking Aries that we know? Who's an Aries? Who's an Aries? Well, Bill Gates is an Aries moon. I mean, nobody really likes him and his public image, so Yeah, that's. Well, I'm trying to think about a Aries celebrity. Sorry, that kind of draws. I kind of got distracted there. Anyways, this new moon is good for you, Taurus. If you're in career matters, if you're trying to make traveling things move, if you're trying to move out somewhere, the start. This is a sprinkle in the specs. Again, this might be just a preview of March 23rd to June 11th. Big Sean. There we go. Thank God. Okay, so Big Sean. For instance, we've known him a little bit and his public image changed. He went from this bad boy a little bit in the beginning. He kind of was like a little bit of a bad boy whenever Naya was alive. But then after Naya, which Pluto rule brings death, not that he brought her death, but there's a death around him, whatever the case may be. So Big Sean's public image completely changed. Now he's in control of the narrative. So that's why I'm telling you, Taurus, you remain in control. So that is my advice for you, my friend. And I'm thinking about an Aries that's been there for a while. Rihanna's, Anthony's, I'm talking about like a celebrity Aries. Celebrity, Rihanna's in Aries rising. Yes, so look, for an example of Rihanna, she was a singer. And then Pluto was in her 10th house, Plutonian shit. And now she became a fashion designer, which is where she was way more passionate at. And I think she does great. But everybody's used to her public image as a singer. And they want her to go back there, but she don't want to because she's in control of the narrative now. So her public image completely changed, Taurus. So if in doubt, pay attention to it. Look at ask yourself, Taurus, what would Rihanna do? Okay, up next. Aries. Aries, Pluto, everything's happening in your 11th house of goals, gains, the public this is public image. Wow, this is the public eye, your opinion about the world. My bad. I forgot about Lady Gaga. Well, I just thought about somebody. I thought, somebody who we've seen for a long time. Like Rihanna, we've seen her for a long time. Since like 2012, we've seen her public image completely change. It started and it got, she was started off soft and it got really darker as the time went by. Anyways, can everybody still hear me? Wait, I can't do all these signs. What the fuck? We said we was gonna be here till. Oh no, we said we was gonna be here till the 11th. So we're gonna have to pause that. Sorry. Life goes on, y'all. But let's run this through real quick. Oh shit. Can everybody hear me? Can everybody hear me? Sorry, we're gonna only 12 people on Earth. Thank you. If you're the first time you ever heard that here, I'm the first one to tell you, there's only 12 people on Earth. I am number 4. Okay. Let's see. Aries. This is all happening in your 11th house. Aries, you are changing your goals. Online. I know in Aries that started selling drugs outside. I don't know if that's important, but hey, that's just something that I know. And I just wanted you to know that. The sun in your chart rules your 5th house of actions and your emotions and is going to the 11th house. A lot of Aries had situations with friends lately or elder siblings or elders in their family, in-laws, somebody. So she said they're over here bringing out numbers and shit. First of all, I'm a 4 because I'm a Cancer rising. That's just why I said that. If you didn't know, what the fuck was that? Sorry, something's wrong. Anyways, so back to here. Aries, Pluto is going to change your entire life and you're going to be the new Pisces. So who the fuck is that? Yeah, so which just makes sense because who the fuck is that? Who's a Pisces that we know? That's not Rihanna. Please don't mention Rihanna. Who's a Pisces that we know? Who's a Pisces? All right, somebody mention a celebrity Pisces and we'll be here waiting till you mention that. Okay, so Aries, what does that mean? There's some goals that you have this goal in mind. So I know an Aries rising who had this goal in mind, but they kept doing some other shit. Like they was trying to do like their page on astrology, and I'm like, don't follow the trend. You're the one that sets the trend anyway. So the person wanted to be a music person and they wanted to do music differently. Janae, thank you for that. Janae Aiko. There we go. Do we know her for such a long time? Me. She said me. Okay, I like that. She said me. Okay, so if you notice, for instance, bad Pluto's been in their 11th house, and for instance, Justin Bieber, he used to have a different set of friends. Remember how Justin Bieber, he wanted to be black at first, and then all of a sudden he became white? Yeah, remember that? That was kind of funny. I thought that was interesting to me. Somebody said Chris Sean. No. We can't. Somebody we know from a long time. We can't do that. Oh yeah, look, Erica Badu is a doula now. Their goals. So there's a goal, change their entire style. There's a goal that you've been thinking, working, and trying to do, and it's not been working, and then you're gonna be the one that changes the whole perception of the world. So that's what's happening to Pisces for the last 10 years. Their worlds has completely changed, that they used to know some people that they're like, oh wow, I don't even know that person. So that could be a theme. Like for instance, what's her name? She was a rapper, but I never hear about her, and she became a mom. I forgot her name. It's in there. Drew Barrymore, she's a Pisces, but she's a Gemini rising, which that's why if you notice, her relationship with the audience is completely different, and she's very real and true about that. So anyways, that's just a perspective. If you're a Pisces, let us know what you think, what do I mean by that, because if you're a Pisces, help an Aries because they about to have that bitch in there. So Pisces moon in the 10th house, I constantly changing my career. That might be another thing. Okay, up next, Pisces. Let's keep going. We have it in the 12th house, which I know a lot of people don't talk about that. But honestly, Pisces, you are the 12th house. It makes sense. You are taking one for the team because the age of Pisces is slowly unwinding and coming, apart. But Pisces, the 12th house for you, this new moon is bringing a new journey, a new market for you. So you already know you belong with the stars and shit. So a lot of Pisces are exploring their new markets, because the 12th house is this explorative journey within, yes, but it's also like things like foreign things, like things that you've never even tried. Like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna try Airbnb, I'm gonna try astrology, I never did that. It's like they're really trying new things because their age is slowly unwinding, so they have to create a whole new world. Sorry, I just had to sing that for you. Okay, OMG, my besties in Aries. Yeah, Pisces, helping Aries out. Help them out. Because they want you to, on an Aries chart. I'm screaming because I'm working on an Aries chart. Help an Aries out, please. If you see an Aries, help the motherfuckers out. Christian Rock has a Mars in Aries. Clearly, the girl needs help. So, anyways, there's a whole new world for you that you're exploring. It might change your health, your work environment, what you're passionate about. It's coming in here and it's changing. Pluto in Aquarius is going to make you the new Aquarius. Yeah, I think so. Is that what it is? Who the fuck is a Pisces? Who does a celebrity? Who's a Pisces celebrity? We just went through it. Somebody did. Let me see. Let's go back. Let's pick up. I don't know an old celebrity though. No, Christian, they're young. Jenny, I really don't know about Jenny Aiko's life like that, honestly. I'm not going to lie. Anyways, but I know that basically I've seen Aquariuses Aquariuses are big conspiracy theories. So Pluto going into your 12th house can bring you into that phase. So Aquarius, be careful becoming the new conspiracy theories. Okay, Tyler, the Creator, I fake know him. Notice how he was, what he say, he's a Pisces? No, I'm thinking about an Aquarius. Who's an Aquarius that's a celebrity that we know, for instance? Not Shakira. Please don't mention Shakira. Who the fuck is a celebrity Aquarius? I'm sorry, I can't think about that right now because my brain is not working for celebrities right now. But I know that Pluto coming in here, you're owning your power too. Don't get it twisted. You are the 12th house, Pisces. So you are spirituality. You are creative ventures. So some of you might be getting really obsessive in your status online or in this new market. J. Cole. Okay, so for instance, J. Cole, that's my man's on $100,000. That's a fact. So J. Cole had Pluto in Capricorn for all these last years. Notice how he started out with whatever the fuck that's called in his head, because those are not locks. I'm sorry. I don't know what the fuck that's called. But I wish he just fixed the damn hair. But J. Cole, notice how J. Cole started regular street guy, New York guy, and then all of a sudden he all into this spiritual journey, looking within, seeing what the masses ain't seeing it, and he rapped about it. So you're gonna do the same thing, Pisces. You're gonna see what other people can't see. Also, there might be, at first you might be having troubles with your habits. It's a sewing. That is not a sewing. It's free forms. I don't like the free forms. I don't know. Maybe that's me personally. I like when the locks look good and neat. Those look better to me. I don't know. Them free forms is not it for me. They're not giving. We're gonna have to figure that out somehow. I like they cool. They cool on little versions, but that shit that The Weeknd? Oh my God, that man. Please cut that off, cause that shit I don't know. Anyways, them free forms, it ain't it. Okay, but yes, that's basically what you're heading into. You're going to transform that status, who you are. And it's funny because instead of it being publicly looking, see, he was in Aquarius. Scorpio was his 10th house. So publicly, he changed his look. Meanwhile, Pisces, this is going to be about your status and what you actually do for a living. So, yeah, that's the best way I can explain that. Thank you. And then I'm gonna go to Aquarius, then I'm out of here. Love you, because I didn't do their chart online. I told him, what the fuck is going on up there? Because it ain't. I don't like it. Bob Marley is in Aquarius. Not even Bob Marley's shit. Trying to be different. Yeah, that's that different shit. Bob Marley's shit was different. His shit looked good. Like, I don't know. Let Bob Marley stick to the free form. He knew how to do them. Okay. Aquarius, Pluto's going to go into your first house. At first, that could be a lot of purging of shit that you didn't know that you had restored in you, like a fucking, I don't know. So purging out a lot of your personality things. So my best example is Kylie Jenner. Now, she's the worst example we can use, but she literally went from flat-chested to whatever the fuck is going on now. It does change your personality. It does attract more people to you. Everyone's going to be magnetized to you. This new moon, you should already be seeing this, Aquarius. For those that have Aquarius placements, you should have already had a crazy person come up to you, and something crazy should have already happened to your ass. You know what I mean? So, no, that's our hair. No, listen, I hear you with the hair growing out of the shit, but I don't know. Some people do it better than others. But Kylie Jenner's look, for example, I'm just giving you an example of celebrities who had this shit, like changed, Now, Aquarius, the difference is this is how you're going to, a lot of people going to see it more, because Pluto is still ruled by Scorpio. So everybody going to see this. So you're going to be I feel like Aquariuses are going to be the new Leos. So yeah, I just want to let you know that and it's all about innovation anyway. So the sun and the moon brings in your 6th and 7th decisions that you have to make and changes to your routine. But this is just a preview of Pluto and Aquarius. Since it's a 1 degree, this Aries is not a coincidence for this, especially because we're having the Pluto coming into Aquarius. It's not a coincidence. This is your moment out. That Aries in your chart is what makes you Aquarius different. The reason why you are different is your Aquarius and your Aries houses, no matter where they lie in your natal chart. So everybody's different for different people. So this new moon, I recommend you sprinkling in some of the things that you want to show the world for the next 20 years. And just for reference, because we're here and I got you here and it's queer. Okay, let's see. We're going to have the new moon is in Aquarius, right? So this is the first house. Our second house is going to be Pisces. Third house is going to be Aries. Fourth house is in Taurus. So at the end of the month, when it goes into 28 and 29, I want you to pay attention to these both moons. Actually, I want you to see both Aries and the Taurus moon. Because one Aries is what you, my friend, want to do. This is what you want to build. This is your uniqueness. This is how you're going to... What is different about me? Aries moon is going to show you that. Okay? So I'm gonna go back and do the rest of the signs later. Sorry, I love you. But just want to keep that eye, just because I did these 4 signs, I want to leave you with a little bit of this. You want to know what, pay attention to the Aries moon, which is January 26th and the 27th, how you act and initiate. This is a gut feeling. I can't predict that to you. This is what you are going to do. This is that free will. This is for you. So them 2 days is a small window, which is going to show you about March 23rd and June 11th. Then the Taurus moon is what you can't avoid. We just can't avoid the Taurus moon. Those eclipses, the nodes that are in there, is karma. I'm just going to be walking right into that. Okay? And then you may get the idea Aries moon, but they start executing Gemini one. Happy birthday, by the way. Happy birthday. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I hope that whatever, you get it. We're gonna come back to finish the rest of the signs. Thank you so much. That was for Aquariuses. Shout out to that, Aquarius. It's your turn, baby. March 23rd and June 11th. There we go. Those are the time frames for the age. It's not the age of Aquarius, the Pluto in Aquarius. How about that? So, love you guys. This is going to be on